Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for Friday, May 20th, 2016, finishing up week number 20. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, let's jump right in. Trading session focus, week number 20. As let's jump right in right here. There it is, Friday, covering 3 markets and taking a look here. As we see 5 setups for a total of 171 ticks. There it is, NQ once again. It was trend number 1, setup number 1 of the session, pretty much out of the gate there. A little bit of pre-market action, but again, buy signal finally to the upside right there. It was market open, buy signal to the upside, possible pullback right here, and that's where we went today in the first part. So what do? You grab it. That's right. By the trade management rules, if taken out or stopped out, simply re-enter and manage on the way up. So that's where we got the majority of those ticks today. And for what reason? Well, kind of housing data we had out today. Existing home sales was up, looking good. Good numbers. Rig count out as expected, and Fed speaker. So kind of light on the econ data. So after a full week of economic data and Fed speakers, it was the FOMC minutes on Wednesday that really move things in this market this week, in addition to everything else. Taking a look at the AD line. AD line for the entire session, there it was, that lift right off the market open. AD line's in the green, wait for the setup, 4 charts in sync. Bang, buy signal to the upside, you ride the trend, you manage it on the way up, decide to pull back, bail out and get back in. And it was pretty much, as you can see here, the majority of the rest of the session was just pretty much that's right, to the side. But again, a couple opportunities to the downside that we'll see on each of the individual indices, which gave you an opportunity to the downside. Let's take a look at the daily trend 5-minute charts. Not much to highlight here. Crude, a little bit of a downside movement here at market open. Price action finding support here around the average low, 48, and cam low as well, giving bounce back up to around daily open and pretty much finishing out right around the 25-minute open range low. Again, as we can see on all 3 indices, lift up, lift up, lift up at the market open. Again, a little bit of chops at the highs. European close brings it down. We take it down a little bit more for a couple of extra slide down and bounce off today's open. 25-minute open range high, finishing around and finishing just above the Globex high on the ES. All right, so let's jump right into the daily trend charts. Let's take a look at the crude. As we mentioned, crude from the market open, a little bit of a lift. Again, you had 2 charts in the green, finally 3 charts. So again, a nice move right here. But the better of the moves on 3 charts, one's price action right there. As price action, let's go ahead and highlight that for you right there. 3 charts in the red. 1, 2, 3. 50 underneath 144. Back downside around 953. Take a look right there as price action broke. I know you're not in the red yet, but at least price is under, so that gives you about a 3.5 charts downside, and you ride Heiken Ashi bars to the downside. So it was a big, nice move on the crude to the downside. Bounce back up again. Took a while to get confirmation of charts, so you probably would have avoided that move. Mentioned that in the room, and then for the remainder of the session, pretty much just chiseled out and not much in sync anymore. Did start to offer somewhat of an opportunity here, but again, you can see it continued to bounce off the T350. Only here did it start to show some remote possibility, but again, that was right towards the close of the crude market, and not much of an entry there. All right, taking a look at the YM. Let's go to the indices. As we mentioned, that first move right off the market open, there it was, 9:30, post 2 minutes, up to the upside, maybe bailed here, pull back, stopped out. Either way, re-entry back to the upside. T3 moving averages were upside here, giving you 3 charts in the green. Why in the green? 50 is above the 144. Technical momentum in the green. You got an uptrend. Again, a little bit of chop at the tops. Offered another here. Might have been caught on that one. We got to look at what else was up there. What other levels were we dealing with? Well, I'll show you exactly what we were dealing with here in a little bit. But there would have been no entry right here on the buy signal up here. But again, chop again, once again, another lift here, avoiding that. And then, as we saw on the AD line, a couple opportunities to the downside. Here's a sell signal, 1, 2 charts in the red. Better entry right here towards the latter part of the afternoon. Sell signal on all 4 charts. And that was about it there by 3 o'clock. Take a look at the NQs. Same picture. Numerous opportunities to the upside. Buy signal on, count them, 1, 2, 3 charts in the green. 50 above 144. That's the white line above the yellow line. Price action lifting above the 50. Gives you a nice ride up. Ooh, ticks in the bag. Buy signal again. Buy signal again. Why on this and not on the YM? Well, we'll show that to you here in a little bit. Again, another opportunity to the downside. Took a while for the charts to catch up on the NQ, but it is right here. Soft pullback. Let's go ahead and open that up for you so you see that a little bit better. There it is. Soft pullback. 2 Heiken Ashi indecision bars. Next bar down. Solid body tail down. We'll count them. 1, 2, 3, and almost 50 below the 144. Let's check it out. That was at about 105, I believe. No, that was a little bit later. That was at about 124. So you go to your 51.44. You see where's price action. I know it's not in the green yet, but that's exactly what happened there. 124. Price action there had already. Oh, you can't see that. Let me go ahead and enlarge that. There you go. 124. Price action was now. Let's even highlight that for you so you see it right there. Price action was underneath the 50 and the 144. So that gave you the entry to the short. Nice move on the NQ. Again, another opportunity here like the YM. We saw it even better here. 4 charts in the red for setup number 5. But this trader choosing to only sit in the first morning trade there on the NQ and letting the rest of the afternoon pretty much chop it out. As you can see, the 50, 144 pretty much hugging each other here towards the latter part of the afternoon. ES a little bit choppier on the way up, but again, chart, count them, 1, 2, 3 in the green, 50 above 144. Price action again, bouncing off that 50 on the way up. So entry number 1, 2, and 3. Again, we'll take a look at why was there resistance here today. Sell signal, downside, again, a couple of false opportunities. But again, finally 1, 2, and 3 charts in the red put you into the short. Better entry was over here at just after 3 o'clock to the downside on count them. 1, 2, 3, and 4 charts. That was trend number 4 on the ES. Best trade of the session. Let's take a look at any fib projections. Taking a look at the daily fibs as from the market get-go. Price action, no target loads today, but there it is. Counting up 1, 2, and 3 fib targets hit up. 20, 52, 50. These numbers placed on the charts at the market open based on yesterday's high, low, open, close, and there was target high for the day. But was that the reason for us simply holding off? Let's take a look. Daily gaps here. Price action again on the YM holding here at 23.6. Again, nothing major, just kind of been shifting sideways here. We see the NQ bouncing off yesterday's price action off the 38%, holding upside, moving once again. It's the ES leaving us with a little bit of an open gap here, 2039.75. So yes, 100% guarantee, Jedi traders, that the ES will, that's right, will be coming back down to get that 2039.75, close it out, including, that's right, there is another open gap. All I got to do is keep showing you this each week. There it is, 1860.75. What? Yeah, markets will eventually retrace 15.924. We even have NQ. We have some daily gaps. There it is, 40.17. Downside. I didn't say it's going to happen tomorrow. I didn't say it's going to happen next week. I just said eventually, 100% guarantee, it will be closed. All right, taking a look at the crude again. Open gaps to the downside as we're in the new contract. Crude just kind of hanging up here. Pretty much an inside day doji candle here. Fib extension here at 47.97. Open gap down. First one downside is 46.43. Next open gap upside 55.41. Taking a look at the volume profile. Price action on the volume profile. Again, here we are in the YM 17630. Magnet 600-day VPOC is price action moving back towards NQ. Oh, you wondered why? Well, there it is, 42.90. Kind of settling there. There's today's VPOC 42.94, just finishing right above it, 42.90. How about that? Mark that one on your charts. 2074.50 as the ES migrates upside, and crude with its new contract, we now have a new VPOC downside 45.70. So as long as we continue shifting here, concerned that if we don't lift higher, we are going to come back down and get that 45.70, which what happens matches up with what? That's right. Right near down that daily gap, 46.43. All right, taking a look at the daily trend as far as the daily big pick. Crude here. Again, T3 moving averages for the last couple days has been sideways. Still, majority of the uptrend as price action back here on Thursday found support at the 50 EMA. But again, this gap here showing that we're in a continued uptrend, holding up here at the fib extension as well as up to the upside. There's that 55.75 next target. And as we mentioned each day, whether we go down and close out the gap. So let's put this together on the CL next week. 46.43 is downside. Volume profile downside 45.70. And then if you take a look at, that's right, the 50 and the 200 down here around 42.29. So we have a zone down here on the CL that we can come back and retrace to, as well as to the upside 55.75, plus the daily gap up here, as we just saw here, 55.41 to the upside as a magnet as well. So, two zone areas. Which direction we go? Well, so far 4 hours holding up. If we break the 50 EMA next week and price action comes back down, then I'll look towards the 144 EMA, which lines up together with that open gap, which is around that 51.44. I'm sorry, 50 and 200 on the CL. See how it all plays out together? Again, it's always intraday. Intraday, look for all four charts to be in sync, to be in any given direction. Intraday, always be ready in both directions. All right, let's take a look at the three indices. Why is it that we finish where we finished? Well, definitely resistance. I can't tell you why we finished where we did, but all I can tell you is that the 144 EMA and the NQ, we did not go up any higher. So when you go back to the daily trend charts and you're looking at the NQ, that's right, you're looking at, oh, look at that great entry up there, and you go back to your daily big pick and you say, that's right, I have a 43.65 up here, and you draw yourself a line at 43.65 and say, you know what, maybe I just will hold off from any of those entries, even though they look qualified. Again, if you're already in it and you're managing up, that's one thing, but maybe you don't want to enter, or maybe the break above puts you in the trade. Either way, four charts in the green, AD line upside, tick count upside, I'm going to take it. But there it is. 144 EMA, pretty nice resistance here as price action fought off the 50 yesterday. Overnight session, I'm sorry, that was overnight session, London Open, and then U.S. market up to the 144, but we clearly rejected at the 144 EMA. T3 moving averages upside both on the ES and the YM here. Again, 144 EMA, reject on the ES in our 8 hours of trading, and it was the YM reject here at the 50 EMA. And looking across the board on the dailies, 200 period moving average just above. 50 period moving average on the ES gets hit today, and YM still downside. There's our weekly range, 43.92 upside, 42.80.75, as well as on the ES and YM. So nice range for the week. Volume across the board for the week, not too bad. Today's volume just up to meeting the 60 period average. All right, taking a look ahead at next week's market. Make sure you check out my weekly recap. So we'll go over the weekly economic data for the week. That concludes an insight into the state of the indices and the daily trend. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra of one simple strategy: any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at TradingFibs. And as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. So make sure you check out that weekly futures, ETFs, and market cap leaders. Well, go ahead and take a look at the economic data for the week coming out, and as well checking out cover other markets from ETFs, market cap leaders, key indices, etc. And make sure you check out the weekly supplemental, which almost 100 pages of charts, technical information covering those. That's right there, covering those markets and offering you a brief technical momentum outlook as to where the markets are sitting at this time, including as an additional supplement 30-minute video. I only trade what's in front of me and on the charts every day. I always leave my bias at the door when trading. I know some of you said today, gosh, how can we be going up? This market needs to dump. Well, you know what? You trade the charts in front of you. You go with the momentum regardless of where the big picture is. You follow the trend. You take the ticks. You manage the trade. You manage the setup. You wait for another one. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if the big picture is up or down on an intraday basis. But if you're doing this for a daily, short-term, long-term, you apply the same strategies. You just wait for the proper pullback and probability of setup when all your charts are in sync. Have yourselves a Blue Zone weekend. Good day, good night, and good trading to you.